Hey there, welcome to Flute 360, the podcast where flutists rediscover their voice, their joy, and their God-given calling. I'm Dr. Heidi K. Begay, flutist, educator, podcaster, creative entrepreneur, and above all, a follower of Christ. Here we go beyond scales and etudes. We talk about faith, identity, calling, and how true artistry flows from the inside out. You're not just a flutist who plays well. You're an artist with purpose. You are God's instrument first. And when you live in alignment with who He created you to be, everything shifts. Your music, your mindset, your career, your joy. Whether you're teaching, performing, building a creative career, or simply wondering if your voice still matters, there's a place for you here. So come as you are, there's a seat for you at the Flute 360 table. Let's grow together, personally, musically, and professionally. Today's episode is episode 334, and it's titled, The Missing Piece in Your Practice Routine, Your Voice. What if your next breakthrough didn't come from your flute, but from within? At Flute 360, we believe you are the vessel. And when you're aligned at the heart level, everything else flows. Your artistry, your teaching, your calling. That's why I created the Flute 360 Accelerator, a space for flutists who want to grow artistically, professionally, and personally from the inside out. Join us Saturday, August 30th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Time for our next live session. We're diving into the book, Real Artists Don't Starve, enjoying live performances, and reflecting on how to steward the gifts God has placed in us. With Tier 1 for $37 a month, you'll receive an auditor seat at the live session, lifetime access to 30-plus replay trainings, and full access to our book club conversations. If you're ready for your playing and career to feel more grounded and more intentional, this is your next step. Head to heidikbegay.com/shop or click the link in the show notes to join us. Thanks. Hey there, flute friend. Welcome to the Flute 360 podcast. I'm so glad you're here. As your coach, your teacher, and your flute friend, I want to pour into you today with something that's fresh on my heart because, well, it just happened. We had an incredible Flute 360 Accelerator session this past Saturday, and I felt led to hop on Instagram to reflect on it. Now, that turned into a 13-minute story. I know. And now I'm bringing that same encouragement to you right here because I believe you need to hear it. So let's talk about performance anxiety, storytelling, and the real reason your playing might feel stuck. During our session, the Flute 360 Accelerator session, we dove into audition prep, masterclass excerpts, and the mental side of performance. But what stood out the most was the storytelling method we explored, because it gets to the heart of the matter. So with that being said, let me take you back for a second. When I was a flute student, I had terrible performance anxiety. I mean, really bad stage fright. So much so that the trembling hands, the head joint slipping off my chin kind of stage fright really got in the way. I was so focused on all the technical checkboxes. So like tone, intonation, articulation, rhythm, blend. You know, the jury criteria. And yes, that's valid. You're getting a music degree with your name on it. There should be a standard. But here's the thing. Because I was such a black and white thinker, if I didn't check every box perfectly. I felt like a failure. It was all or nothing. And that mindset sucked the joy and expression right out of my music. It wasn't fun anymore. It was pressure. It was fear. It wasn't until after my doctoral degree that my playing really soared. And you know what changed? Podcasting. Yep, podcasting. That beautiful, unexpected tool became the training ground that helped me connect to my voice, not just my flute sound, but my actual voice. I practiced showing up, speaking, listening, storytelling over and over again through 330 plus episodes. I got more comfortable being seen and heard, and that changed my artistry completely. Because through all of that wonderful podcasting, I have discovered and realized we are all storytellers. From the beginning of time, on cave walls, through ancient scrolls, we've passed on stories to connect, to remember, to inspire. When I started treating music making as storytelling, everything shifted. I stopped obsessing over what the audience might think. I stopped performing for approval. And I started communicating from the inside out. So now, when I help you, my flute friend, I'm not just looking at your technique. I'm helping you get aligned from the inside. I'm helping you get comfortable in your own skin because the truth is, you are the primary instrument. The flute is secondary. It just amplifies the work you've already done within. That's why in the Accelerator, we practiced this. We took an orchestral excerpt and we broke it down, not just with fingerings or breath marks, but with intention, expression, gesture, voice. And you know what happened? People lit up. They connected and the music became 3D. It really popped off the page. Here's what I want you to remember. Your artistry doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be faithful. And this is something that my flute friend Melvine taught me oh so well in our past conversation. Your artistry does not need to be perfect. It needs to be faithful. God gave you this gift, and your job isn't to meet some flawless standard. It's to be a steward of that gift, to show up fully and say, this is my offering. And when you do that, when the music is written on your heart first and not just the page, your performance anxiety goes down and your confidence goes up. And your music finally sounds like, well, you. Because here's the truth. No one else will ever sound like you. I will say that until the cows come home. Not in the past, not in the future. You are a one-of-a-kind instrument in the hands of the Creator. You are not meant to fit in a checklist from the jury members. You are meant to connect with the music, yourself, and your audience member. So if you're entering a new season, prepping for school, festivals, performances, or NFA, and you're feeling disconnected, I want to ask, what do you want to say through your instrument? Who are you as an artist? How can I let the music flow through me instead of at me? Because when you do, your expression returns. The joy returns. And the music, it literally pops off the page. All right, friend, thank you so much for tuning into this Flute 360 podcast episode. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. If this resonated with you, please come join inside the Flute 360 Accelerator. I want to support you artistically, professionally, and personally. You don't have to figure this out alone. Our next session is on Saturday, August 30th, and Tier 1 gets you a seat at the Flute 360 table, access to our book club, and over 30 plus videos to grow with. Click the link in the show notes or go to heidikbegay.com/shop to learn more. I'm rooting for you, love you, and I believe with my whole heart that your voice matters. Until next time. Let's talk about flute.